Hey everyone, it's Alexia. I am just leaving work. It is Thursday, the 2nd of January, and I realized I have not filmed any content for this week. So I figured I'm in my car for 15-20 minutes on my way home from work. Let me just turn the camera on and ramble. This week I have been feeling really out of it, and I know it's only a week 2 of me doing content creation, but with the holidays and New Year's and having family gatherings and just a bunch of social events going on, my social battery has been depleted for a while, and New Year's just kind of made it 10 times worse. So much to the point where I haven't wanted to sit in front of the camera and talk about what I'm doing, because there's a million things that I need to do and I just don't have enough time, and then I get into that rut of procrastination where, like, I know I have stuff to do, but I just don't want to do any of it. So we're gonna change that tonight, hopefully. I work tomorrow as well, morning shift 7 to 3. So whatever I don't get done tonight will be tomorrow and the weekend's problem. I wanted to talk about the goals that we discussed in last week's video. The first one that I wanted to talk about mainly was my fitness goal. I was supposed to start that yesterday on the 1st of the month, and I did. I got on my walking pad, I put my Apple Watch on, and I was just working on my Etsy descriptions, and I realized that my Apple Watch was not accurately tracking my steps. I did like 1.5 miles on my treadmill, nothing crazy, but my Apple Watch was only showing a 0.5 mile and it wasn't counting my steps. So thankfully I haven't placed that Amazon order yet. I'm probably gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna get one of those Apple Watch bands for your ankles, so maybe that will more accurately track. So that's kind of hindered me from wanting to exercise and work out, because if it's not being accurately tracked, I feel like it's kind of pointless, at least for right now. But anyway, I have done over 6,000 steps at work, so I'm almost kind of in the clear. So maybe I'll just do like a quick little 30-minute walk and that'll be good enough. I also need to call Joann's customer service, because I don't know if you guys have this issue when you order from Joann, but I had received 2 gift cards for Christmas, and I picked out all of the yarn and supplies and stuff that I wanted, but I was over my gift card amount. I had already entered the gift cards in, didn't place the order yet. I just put them in the computer. I went back to take off some items from my cart, and when I went to check out, it said that I have a zero balance. And I've had issues with Joann in the past where even if I put in my card information, but then I go back and I add or I get rid of some items that I want or don't need, and it will just pull from my bank account. Usually within the next business day, it's back in my account. So I was waiting a couple days to see if that also would happen for the gift card. It didn't, so I have to call them when I get home. I hate phone calls. I hate talking to people on the phone. But clearly, I'm not in the wrong. They can look on their database or whatever that I did not place any order, so why did you take my money and not give it back? But circling back to my fitness goal, something that I forgot to mention was yesterday I did step on a scale to see how the numbers were looking, because for the past 3 to 4 months I have been eating like absolute garbage and stuff that I should not be eating, or I've been overeating even if my body is full. So I thought, especially because, I mean, I'm sure you guys can see the double chin, like I've been gaining weight back in my face, I thought. But my last weigh-in, I was 179 pounds according to my app. When I stepped on the scale yesterday, I was 176.6. So somehow in the chaos of me eating like garbage, I was able to lose 3 pounds. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So that makes me feel a little better going back into my fitness journey or my weight loss journey. It's not really a fitness journey. I'm not really trying to, you know, get bulky. I'm just trying to lose the chub. That makes me feel a little better because I thought I was going to be back up to like 185, 190, but I did a good job somewhere along the line. So, yay to me. I have been posting so far. I mean, I know it's only January 2nd, but I have posted yesterday and I posted today. Thank you to Instagram for allowing me to schedule content. That is something I hated about TikTok. I could not schedule anything out, so I would put a reminder on my phone every day at noon to post something from my drafts. And because I work in healthcare, sometimes I get busy and I can't post at noon. Well, what was happening is I had a sweet spot between 12 and 4 o'clock to post something. That was usually when I saw the most amount of views. Anything after 4 o'clock or anything before, I would say maybe 11, because I would post at like 11, 11:30 and I would be fine usually. So anywhere between, yeah, you get the point. Anyway, I would sometimes forget to post and that would hinder my views, engagement, followers, whatever. And I'm happy that Instagram allows you to schedule out content because I don't have to worry about posting if I get busy at work. I know it's already automatically going to do it. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about until I get home. Okay, well, after being on hold for over 20 minutes, which, who was calling customer service for Joanne? But anyway, I waited 20 minutes. I talked to the person. He sounded dead inside, and I find it so funny because while I'm waiting, Joanne has like an automated thing where it'll be like, oh, crafter fun fact, and they're all like upbeat and happy, and then the guy who actually answers the phone sounds like he's dead to the world. But anyway, they were able to see that I had failed order placements or whatever. So they were able to refund me. I have to wait 24 to 48 hours before I have the money back on the gift cards. So I'm probably not going to order that tonight. What I should do, though, tonight is see how much money I have in my business account. I think it's like $100. Like it's nothing crazy. And place an order for Amazon because there's a couple things that I need for the business for Amazon and also a couple personal things too. But while I was on hold, I was able to do some work and I figured out how to screen record. I know, shocker, but I figured out how to do it. So while I was waiting on hold, I edited that video for tomorrow's reel for Instagram, and now I'm just on Canva going through and making batch reels with a weekly tip. So each week I have like a weekly quote, I have a weekly tip, and it's honestly helped me so much with trying to manage my time, because now I don't feel like I have to create a bunch of original new content every single day. I can just use Canva. And for the weekly tip, it's not gonna be that like nature background. It's gonna be a B-roll of me crocheting or me doing something related to the business. I am going to work on probably finishing whatever I have to do on Canva before I do anything else. I'm probably honestly going to mainly work on computer related stuff. It's currently 4:30. I figure I'll work for another 30 minutes and then probably start dinner because Ian's gonna come home and he's probably gonna be hungry and there's no food in the fridge. So yeah, that's my plan.
All right, now check it out. Right here, we got a little bit of lemon broiled venison, followed by some potatoes. And if you move that over, we got carrots, corn, and
Finger out of it.
green beans, and peas. Mmm.
That's not a pea. Okay, number one. I know I'm wearing the same sweater I was in the last video. Completely different day. It's called a laundry machine. And my grandma got me this sweater for Christmas and I really like it and it's warm and I wanted to wear it again. I live in New York, it's cold. Anyway, I did not film anything after last night. I don't even know where I left off last night, if I'm being completely honest. I think I was working on my Etsy descriptions and the Canva thing, and then I made dinner, and then I continued to stare at the wall for like 2 hours because I couldn't find the motivation to do anything. And then I went to work this morning, and it was my last day at the current house that I'm in because I'm transferring to a different house. And it was just a little chaotic and stressful and just trying to get things together before I leave. And I was just very overstimulated and a little grouchy today. And then I came home and I didn't want to do anything. So I sat on the couch for an hour and a half and I scrolled on my phone, and now we're here. Just don't look at my hair for a second. I need to get my life together. And Ian is going to Pennsylvania right now to go pick up a reptile like tank stand because we got our snake 120 gallon enclosure for Christmas. So I need somewhere to put it because my dresser isn't big enough for the new tank. So he needs to get a stand. So he's going there. So I have the house to myself. And I don't want to do anything, but I feel really bad because he is working like literally every single day for the next like 3 weeks and doesn't have a day off. So I probably should clean. I don't know. I feel bad because, you know, I feel like I haven't crocheted yet in any of my videos. I made a scarf last week. I need to figure out what I'm going to finish or start this week. Okay, well, I couldn't find my standing tripod, so hopefully this is fine because this is what it is. Anyway, I figured while I am productive and I clean my bedroom, put the laundry away, I figured that I would talk about Fable. Fable is a book tracking app that I used. I switched from Goodreads to Fable because I felt like Goodreads was outdated and kind of everybody has the same opinion about Goodreads. And I finished, gosh, I don't even remember what it was called. I'm so bad. Wait, I have to check 1 second. Sorry, I'm in the bathroom. I should probably wait until I get out of the bathroom so you can actually see me when I talk to you guys about the book that I just finished. Can you see me? Kind of. Okay. Chaos. Anyway, so I finished the book. It's called, oh my god, I forgot what it's about. I forgot the title again. 1 second. Okay, it's called The City of Souls and Sinners. It's the House of Devils book 2, and I think it's a trilogy. I don't know if there's any more books coming out, but anyway, I read House of Devils book 2, City of Souls and Sinners, and I read the first one, and I started the channel after I finished it. I like just finished the first one probably like a couple days ago, and it was very much a Crescent City retelling basically, and that kind of caught me off guard because I know a lot of books, especially, I want to say, I've never read it, but I think the Powerless series or the Reckless series is very similar to the Red Queen, and a lot of people have been talking about plagiarism. So it's funny seeing TikToks and videos about that. And then I read House of Devils book 1, which I'll put them on the screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's a Crescent City retelling, plot for plot. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it yet, but the ending with the battle and everything that happened, like it's literally plot for plot. They just changed the characters. And don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed book 1. I thought it was fast-paced. I was a little concerned that the main characters kind of just bumped into each other and they were like, I love you, kind of. The first book was pretty good, and I picked up the second book immediately afterwards. Okay, let's see, is that better? I mean, I'm sure it's better. You guys can actually probably see my face now. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Let me go brush my hair. My hair is kind of crazy. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway, I read the first book and I immediately started the second book. And I had the same issue with the second book that I did with Crescent City 2. At the end of book 1, they wrapped it up all nice and on the little bow, you know. And I feel like there wasn't a defined, clear plot in the beginning of the story They were just living their life after the events of the first book. And then halfway through, it's when, oh, okay, now I kind of understand what's going on and the story's kind of picking up. The biggest issue I had with the book was the slow pacing, and I hate miscommunication tropes. I know in this book it wasn't anybody's fault because of the spells and whatever that was placed on them, and they couldn't tell the truth to each other or whatever. But I hated it. Like, all of the book, you guys didn't talk to each other. I hate that. I hate that so much. And I think I rated it 3.5. Like, I'm most definitely eventually maybe gonna pick up the third book, but I actually had a audiobook hold from Libby from my library for Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I've been seeing a lot of TikToks and Instagram reels about the book, and I didn't realize that it was an AO3, AOE, I don't know, whatever, fanfic. So basically it's a fanfic that got published traditionally, and I did not grow up reading fanfic. Like, I kind of did, but I wasn't, like, I didn't read it all the time. Like, I was a Harry Potter girl. Like, I read J.K. Rowling, and, like, that was my series growing up, and that was it. But as I've gotten older, I have read, speaking of Harry Potter, Manacled, The Auction. So I've read fan fiction before, and I'm interested and excited to see how I like Bride, because I never take a break between series. I always have to go start to finish and just do all of it in one go. And this year I really need to give myself a nice palate cleansing break. So anyway, I'm gonna read Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and then after I finish Bride, I think I'm gonna start, I don't know when to start my Fourth Wing and Iron Flame reread, because Ian got me the graphic audiobooks for Christmas, and I love graphic audio. But because they're audiobooks, I know I'm gonna get through them faster, especially if I'm at work and I have downtime and I'm listening to it. So I know I'm gonna eat through it, right? So I don't know when to start it, because I want to read it like a marathon. And I don't really want to read any books in between, because I want to be in the plot. I want to eat, sleep, breathe the story. I want to know what's going on, because I've probably read Fourth Wing twice. And I only read Iron Flame once when it first came out, and I don't really remember what happened. Yes, I did straighten my hair. It was all over the place, and I just needed it to not be a hot mess. Anyway, I finished my laundry, and I finished the first chapter of Bride, and it was 45 minutes long for the first chapter. That's pretty long for the first chapter. I don't really like how they kind of spoiled it in the prologue. Spoilers. If you have not read Bride by Ali Hazelwood yet, do not listen to the rest of this. Skip ahead. I did not like that the first scene was the wedding and her getting ready and her walking down the aisle towards the groom, and he's like, "Why do you smell like that?" And then, like, flash back to this vampire working a real human desk job, and then everyone finds out that she's a vampire, and then they all run away from her, and then her dad's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're also marrying this guy who's the alpha of the werewolves." Like, this is very much fanficky. Like, I see it. I definitely see it. It's not bad though. It's not bad. I'm gonna continue to listen to it while I get some work done. So I have a stack of hats that need to have buttons and tags sewn on them. I think I'm gonna do that because these have been sitting on my desk, and I want to get them off my desk so I have less stuff on the desk. Okay, I just finished the hats. Done. I'm taking a break from doing that. I'm like bouncing back and forth between working and cleaning. Anyway, I have been listening to The Bride, and I just finished chapter 4, and there's this one scene, this guy, Max, like corners her, and he's like, I hate you because you're a vampire. And she's like, cool, leave me alone. And he just continues to advance on her. And then she uses some self-defense stuff and like has this man in a chokehold, and Lo just comes out and he's like, what's going on? And they start the wares, they're not even called werewolves, they're called wares. The wares are like, she's trying to drink him dry, and like he's just being this big melodramatic baby. And there's a line that Misery says, like, oh my god, I'm so annoyed. And I'm like, I'm annoyed with you, like, what are these guys? Anyway, I was gonna DNF it because the first 2 chapters were really long and I was kind of bored. I think I'm gonna be done today. It is 10:30. I ate dinner late, and then I ordered the yarn and knitting needles that I needed to start making those hats. And I ordered from Amazon the back camera phone mount monitor thing and the microphones. So hopefully by next week's video or the following weeks, whenever it comes in. It is the next day. Ian and I woke up this morning and we went grocery shopping, came back, had some lunch, and then I passed out on the couch. And I think today I'm really just gonna focus on crocheting. I've been doing a lot of computer work trying to get things where I want them. They're not finished yet, but I feel like I haven't crocheted at all in the past couple of days, so we're just gonna relax, crochet, and I really want to see if I can finish Bride today. This is what I'm working on. It is a large cropped hexagon sweater cardigan. Because this is like a gradient color scheme, I'm going to completely finish one skein, which I almost have. There's only like a little, so that's it for the one skein. So I'm gonna just stop when I finish this. And I started the other side because I want them to try to be as symmetrical as possible. It's okay if the sleeves are a different color, but I just wanted the main 2 panels to be the same. Done with the Bride. I crocheted for, I want to say like 2 hours. This is how far we got. But I'm gonna take a break because I'm hungry. The next day, and I did end up finishing Bride last night, and I gave it 3 stars. It was entertaining and it was a quick read. Do I ever see myself picking it up again though? No, probably not. The scene at the end that everybody always talks about, it's the final spicy scene. I felt like that didn't need to be included, but it was, and I just kind of was like, oh, I wasn't prepared for that, but it served its purpose. It cleansed my palette, kept me entertained. Probably never gonna read it again. In terms of our sweater that we were working on, I did finish that one side that I was telling you guys about, and I'm going to wait until I finish the other side to finish the sleeve because I want it to kind of look as similar as I can get it. And this is how far I got on the other panel. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 rows left, and then I can start connecting it and extending the sleeve. So this is how far we got with this one. I think I am going to end the video here. Hopefully next week I am more focused on the crochet side of things instead of the computer work side of things. But this is a realistic vlog. I didn't want to sugarcoat anything. This is what I've been doing for the past week. Thank you for watching this week's video. If you guys liked it, please leave a like, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Thank you if you made it this far, and I shall see you guys next week. Bye.